Parsons making his comeback to Dallas. Danny loved it.
Well done.
Cowboys traded the pass rusher to the Packers. You know the story by now. Jerry Jones says this week the team has no plans to officially honor their former star. Micah says that's fine with him.
There's a lot of things I can consider disrespectful throughout this process, but I wouldn't say the tribute is one of them. I would say,
Now,
I
paying
just
my
think,
ass was disrespectful.
There's hard feelings maybe there for them, but for me, I'm happy where I'm at, and we got a really good football team. So I guess I can live you my tribute and a win. I hope.
By his standards, that's pretty restrained. Right? It's a pretty good response. Right? Like, I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah,
you asked him that question. Having been a reporter, you ask him that question, you get that answer, you're a little disappointed. Like, Micah, we were looking for something else.
Funniest thing ever would be the Cowboys giving him a podcast tribute, like a highlight tape of his best podcast.
Some of the one-liners from the podcast.
Just put those up on the huge screen at Jerry World. It's an interesting game. I got to tell you, Dan, it feels...
No, it's not.
It's not an interesting game.
The Cowboys are going to get boat raced.
Boat raced.
Cowboys are going to get whooped. This offense without CeeDee Lamb and with two offensive linemen out going against this defensive line, that's one of, if not the best pass rushing defensive lines in football.
Yeah.
They're going to get smoked. And then this defense going against Jordan Love and this offense that's going to hunt big plays in chunks, and they can't rush the passer. They've blown coverages. The best case scenario for the Cowboys is keeping this thing under 3 touchdowns.
Whoa.
That's how this game will go.
Whoa. And by the way, Dallas has got some major injuries. Let's just point them out again. CeeDee Lamb has a high ankle sprain, 3 to 4 weeks. Their first-round draft pick, Tyler Booker, has a high ankle sprain, 4 to 6 weeks. DeRon Bland has a foot injury. He's back at practice this week.
He's going to be playing.
They do think he'll be able to go. And there's a question mark about Trayvon Diggs and his shoulder injury. But you mentioned all the issues that the Dallas Cowboys have. We're talking about the injuries. The other issue they have is that Green Bay's coming off a loss to the Cleveland Browns. You're going to get a salty Green Bay Packer team on Sunday night. They're not going to play a game like that 2 weeks in a row.
No, they're definitely catching them at the wrong time. Micah's going to go off. He might have 4+ sacks in this game. And to your point, it's almost exhibit A of why Jerry Jones needs to relinquish GM duties. Because this defense has literally set their entire team and organization back. Because even for that defensive backfield, where it seems like everything is open sesame down the field, well, that's what's happened when you don't have a pass rush and have Micah Parsons in the lineup.
I think one of the things we'll see is the difference in the rosters. I mean, the Packers have a Super Bowl caliber roster.
Yep.
Cowboys aren't even close. And so that's the thing that you'll see difference-wise. And we talk about Micah and the defense. This defensive line, it's like the super teams from the WNBA.
Yeah.
It's not just Micah Parsons. Now, I love the fact that they've weaponized them. They're just trying to create all these one-on-ones. Micah's in the middle now as an off-ball linebacker. They just want their 5 pass rushers, Micah Parsons, Lucas Van Ness, Rashawn Gary. Everybody gets one-on-ones. Somebody win. That's the goal. That's the concept. This time they pressure Edgerrin Cooper. And so I don't need Micah to win every play. I don't need Rashawn Gary to win every play. I don't need Lucas Van Ness to win every play. I just need one of those guys to win at a time. And then as an offense, you're like, oh my gosh, Micah, Gary, Van Ness, they're all at the line of scrimmage. And all of a sudden it goes from a 5-man pressure and you think man coverage to a crazy cover 2. They spin out, and you're going to see Dak going, I don't know what the coverage is, and forcing the football. So this is so much more. Micah leads the NFL in pressures at 14. Rashawn Gary has 9, and he leads the NFL in sacks at 4.5. And Lucas Van Ness has 7. This is a defensive line that's as good as anybody's.
This is the perfect tune-up game for the Packers. They dropped the ball versus the Cleveland Browns. They should have won that game. They dominated most of that game, at least defensively. They were in a position to win, and they dropped it. They're going to be mad. They're going to come into this game offensively for Matthew Golden, who is their first-round receiver. They have not drafted a first-round receiver in years. If he gets on the same page with Jordan Love, this is the perfect game to do so. These are 2 clips from the game against the Commanders where it should have been a touchdown. Jordan Love, short arms to throw. The next one, this would have been a 90-plus yard touchdown. He overthrows him. And even last week against the Cleveland Browns, they actually hit on it. But as you see, Matthew Golden kind of lets his body control take him out of Browns, and this should have been another 80-plus yard touchdown to seal the win for them.
But
this is the week to get on the same page because the Cowboys defense, as we talked about, will give you all the...
You know what? I'm done. I'm done with that. You know what? What's up, good people and Eagle fans? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boost Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great day. It's finally Friday night, and I just got paid. Actually, I didn't get paid. Didn't get paid, but it's Friday night, and I'm happy because I see Lady Libra double dipping on both channels. Shout out to Lady Libra. I see all my great friends, Alan Williams. Roland's Review. What's up, Roland? How are you doing? Dirty Nasty Sanchez. Logan Motorsports. He may be the enemy, but he's good people. Derek Young. John Wembley, another one of the enemy. Jeff Lee. My name is Jeff. Momo in the house. Poor Cowboys fans. I have tissue for every cow. Hey, Momo, is your quarterback playing yet again? How's your number one wide receiver? Is he okay too? I'm just checking. Asking for a friend. We got Jay Smooth. Why we listen to this trash? Because, it's nice to hear the opposition here. Derek Young, Jeff Lee, Logan Motorsports. Did I miss any of the other lovely ladies with the style and the grace? Dwayne Sweeney in the house. And I think that's it, everybody. So it is Friday night. We've got the Cowboys playing Sunday night. It's going to be a long day. That's what she said. For me, because we're going to start out at 1 o'clock with the live stream, and we'll be streaming all day long. We'll be here at the Red Brick House. Got some stuff to take care of on Monday, so I need to be here. And I have to say, here's something that's funny, because I'm actually evolving. Okay, I'm evolving. Maybe I'm just stupid. Okay, I know I looked stupid on the Dan Saleo show, but you know what's kind of crazy? Not to change the subject here, but have you noticed that the Dan Saleo show, that every week that we're on, they get over 10,000 views. They had Joy Taylor on a few weeks ago. They got 14,000 views out of that thing. Would you believe that the show that we had on Wednesday, that has more views than Joy Taylor being on there, more views than having the Playmaker, more views than Jimmy Johnson? Oh, shit. Is that crazy or what? Stacy White, welcome, Stacy. Marcus Blackman in the house, and Jimbo, and Thomas Garrett. Is that crazy or is that crazy? They got to toss me a bone or something here. Do something to help a brother out, because I'm taking all that shit from all those Eagle fans. I'm there for comic relief. And damn it, I talked to Philly 500. I'm like, bro, 2 blocked field goals. 2 blocked field goals. That the Rams literally choked. Take the horseshoe out your ass. Because you were lucky. You were lucky to get that win. I'm not disputing that they're not a great team, that they have some really good players and things, because they are. But damn it, you were lucky in that one. But we'll see how they do against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who have been like our Green Bay Packers. Tampa Bay has been owning that ass. Andy Hart, oh my God. Andy Hart. Andy has a big heart with that first super chat of the night. Shout out to Andy. We're going to put you in for our drawings for this weekend. Shout out to you. Lady Libra, Stacy White. Let's see, I'm good, Alan. Thank you, hon. But I'm actually going to flip the script a little bit here, because everybody's like, oh, well, Green Bay is going to come in mad, because they lost to the Cleveland Browns. What if Green Bay is actually overrated? Oh, shit! And that losing to the Cleveland Browns wasn't a fluke. Oh, shit! That maybe Jordan Love isn't as good as everybody says he is. You heard him over there talking about, well, they've got Matthew Golden. They drafted him in the first round, and he's a great. If cans and butts were nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. What if Jordan Love is not a good quarterback and can't score more than 10 points like he did against Cleveland? Now, I know it's facing the Cowboys defense, and our defense is ass. But I got to listen to myself, okay? I got to listen to myself, because you know what I always said? Don't get too excited or too upset by what you see in September, you don't really know what the teams are and really until October. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! We've had a lot of injuries. We haven't had time with the defensive coordinators. You know, the defensive coordinator all off season has been, we got a Micah Parsons, and we're gonna move Micah Parsons all over the place. We're gonna have him as a hybrid and everything else. And then Everfuss, we got a memo for you. We're trading Micah. What? You know, and then all of a sudden it's yeah, right? That's a major shock. That's a major change. That's like losing Dak Prescott on the offense, right? So it takes time to kind of get that together. Now, we get Deron Bland back this week. Hey, that's a help. Diggs is still looking like he's washed. I know. But maybe they come up with a better game plan. And for everybody who's out here saying, well, you know, it's Micah Parsons' revenge. Is it really his revenge? Didn't he ask to be traded? Didn't he, right? What revenge? You said, I want to get paid, and since you don't have the money to pay me, trade me. Okay, here you go. We traded you. They gave him what he asked for. He says he's happy about being in Green Bay, that he's got a great team around him. He doesn't have to be everything. He's a piece he's a cog in the gears. Is it cog in the gears? Cog in the what? I mean, a cog. Cog is part of a cog in the engine. That's it. Cog in the engine. Jared said the game plan is to run the ball at Micah. You know, I wish Jerry Jones would just shut. Jerry Jones. Oh God. Jerry, this will be my message to you.
Shut the fuck up. Shut all the way the fuck up until you reach the top of Shut Fuck Mountain, where there are no more fuck-ups to shut.
Now, Jeff, or no, I'm sorry, Osgob 22-3. I would agree with that, okay? Is the Cowboys need to, if you've been watching my channel, and if you have, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and stuff. We appreciate all the love and support that we get. All week, John, no. Okay, well, John, let me clarify something, brother. Couple of things. You know, there's people out there that make shit up about me, what I do, my marriage, and everything like that. I'm going to say in 23 years of being together, do you know that me and my wife have never had one of us sleep on the sofa because we were mad at each other? We might get mad at each other, but ain't nobody leaving and sleeping on the couch. That ain't happening. That's not happening. Now, as far as the doghouse goes, I might just go out to the doghouse because I kind of like going out there. You know, I got my tools. I got a television. I got, Wi-Fi. I can plug in my phone. I can sit. I got a desk chair out there. I can kind of sit there and, chill. And now that I'm getting like my cupola done, tomorrow I'll get to go see, go back and see Shenanigans. And let me say, everybody who subscribed to Shenanigans channel yesterday, appreciate that. We're only like 9 people short of 300. And she was like, oh my God, she's like, I don't know what happened to my channel yesterday. She said, I had a big boost up. I said, that's because we were watching your channel. I showed the video from last night and, I played one of your songs that you were singing. And I said, now everybody was there. Lonely was like, why you had to play that song? Because I'm here all by myself. Okay. Gina Dallas Diva. So, and as far as ever getting a divorce, that'll never happen with me and Tracy because we realize it's too much damn work to go ahead and start. I mean, there's so much paperwork and getting an attorney. It's just like, yeah, at this age, and we have friends that are single that are dating out there too. And Lord knows, bro, when I hear some of the war stories about people dating, I'm like, man, I got me a gem. So we good. So just to let you know, Davenporter, hit the like button, people. Dallas fans, cry me a river. We ain't crying, Momo. We're men. We're men. We may pout, but we're men. Don't hate, just appreciate. Mark, where's Lola? I don't know where Lola has been, Logan Motorsports. I need to send her an email, make sure she's okay. I need to borrow your doghouse sometimes. But I tell you what, I actually had a guy who was like, hey, man, I'll rent that out from you. I was like, no, man, this is my tiny house. You know what? I should put a fold-down cot out there. I could go camping out there. Isn't it glamming? Okay. All right. Back to the game. See, y'all got me off the track here. All right. So what if Green Bay isn't as good as everybody thinks they are? That it was just the first 2 games that they were good, and maybe they're not as good. And everybody thinks it's a revenge game for Micah Parsons, that, he's pissed off at the Cowboys. He's coming in there to, to destroy him and stuff. Well, what if the Cowboys feel the same way? What if the players in the locker room, they want to get some? Do you think that everybody is like, oh, my God, Micah's over there. We got to give up. Oh, man. They got Micah. Okay, now, listen, I know we have lost 5 games to the Green Bay Packers at AT&T Stadium. Jerry Jones built the house for losers, and we have filled it in perfectly when it comes to the Green Bay Packers. But maybe the Cowboys are due. And the way everybody is all on the Green Bay Packers, the Cowboys got Micah Parsons, he's going to have 5 sacks. The only way Jordan Love doesn't have 400 yards is they'll set him after the 3rd quarter because he's just going to go crazy. Really? Really? Jordan Love? Is he? I don't know, man. I'm going to say I'm not giving up on. Now I may be crying at midnight, all by myself, as Shenanigans did. I might be. And then I'll go to bed with my wife and I won't be by myself anymore. But I'm not ready to go ahead and just, put the hand out. I'm not ready to do that. And yes, I got paint and stuff under my fingernails and things because I haven't taken a shower. I know that somebody will be out there doing a video, look at his filthy hands. Well, that's because these are hands of a guy who works. It's a guy who's building homes for people. So if you don't like it, then don't watch, dude. Okay. All right. Anyway, last time Green Bay played the Cowboys, Packers beat you. Yeah, they did. But you know what, Logan? That's a different team. It's a different time, different coach. Mostly different players. And this is the NFL, that anybody can beat you. Ask the Green Bay Packers about the Cleveland Browns. Who saw that one? And you know what's funny about the NFL? Especially the Cowboys? The Cowboys usually win some games that they're not supposed to, and they lose some that they shouldn't. And here's the thing, and I'm glad, Thomas, you brought up ESPN is already saying that Jordan Love will be out of the game by the 3rd quarter. You know what's kind of crazy? And this is, when I grew up, okay, you understand, when I grew up, you guys don't understand. Holly Pierce, I'm glad the meds are kicking in for you, girl. I've been really concerned about you. When I grew up, we had to go outside in the morning and pick up the newspaper, bring it in, find the sports section, open that thing up, and read about the sports. You young people don't know nothing about reading. All y'all know is swipe, 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 okay? You couldn't just turn on the television and say, let's see what's going on ESPN. Because there was none other than your 5 o'clock news. For 5 minutes, they had a sports recap. and then again at 11 o'clock. At about 11:20 during the broadcast, you'd have a few minutes. But then, lo and behold, George Michael's Sports Machine happened at 11:30 to midnight. And that was really the beginning of what ESPN became, okay? ESPN was a godsend when it happened. The fact that you had, Sports Center. Bobby, Micah coming for your meats, Mark. Ham off the bone. I hear you, Bobby. Shout out to you, Bobby. So it was the standard bearer. But I have to be honest with you, in this day and age where it seems like everything is a scam, right? You can't answer your phone if you don't recognize the number because, somebody's trying to scam you, right? You end up getting text messages saying that you owe toll money that you don't, even though you got a transponder, and they're trying to steal your stuff. You got old people that, you're getting hostage messages and, trying to get you to get all your money. You can't click on your emails because you might be downloading the virus. That everything is just, it's not like you go out and earn money anymore. It's how you steal it, right? So why is it that ESPN, who is always out there putting out all this information about sports, about who's good, who's bad, and everything else, that there's also Bet ESPN? Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. As you sit here and you listen to them, oh, my God, the Cowboys got no chance in hell. Jordan Love's going to be out by the third quarter. Micah Parsons is going to have, 50 sacks. He's going to win MVP against the Cowboys. Right? Think about it the week before. They sold you on Green Bay. Green Bay is the best team in football. Green Bay is headed to the Super Bowl. Right? Think about them talking about, the Cowboys, they'll get right. They'll beat the Bears. And you have to know, if you looked at the lines, 80% of the people put their money on the Cowboys. 80% of the people put their money on the Cowboys. And I bet you everybody put their money on Green Bay last week. So how much more money was made because the Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers both lost? And now you got everybody. We're all picking the Green Bay Packers. How much money would be made if the Dallas Cowboys won that game that nobody thinks they have a chance in? I dare say, if you think about the Cowboys versus the Eagles, with the Cowboys covering, I bet you a lot of people took and gave up the points. Doesn't matter who wins, Micah will get his. Stacy, maybe. But that's just my thing is, it doesn't seem quite right that ESPN is the ones that are trying to make you set a narrative to you, and they can benefit by swaying your opinion. Is it an unbiased opinion? Just something to think about. Yes, Jeff Lee, everybody loves the boobies. Jay, shout out to Chris May. Definitely check out Chris May's channel because Chris May, man, he had the perfect cowboy song. I need to sample that bad boy, but I might get copywritten by you. Jesse, what's up, Jess? ESPN is straight entertainment. These sports talk shows are nothing but reality shows. So that's my thought on that. Now, Jerry Jones he's flailing. He's trying to justify the move. Now here's the thing. Here's a couple ways to look at this. Think about this for a second. When the Cowboys let go DeMarcus Ware, what did we get for him? What did we get for DeMarcus Ware? Nothing. When we ended up getting rid of Des Bryant, what did we get for him? When we let go Tyron Smith, what did we get for him? When we let go of Zeke Elliott, what did we get for him? You got nothing for any of those guys. But here's the thing that you did get for those guys. You did pay them an extended contract. You did pay them a whole lot of money. And what did you get for your money? Yeah, Logan, of course, I'll be starting at 1 o'clock and I'll be going all day long. Mark, George Pickens are gold in my fantasy. Bobby, I'm going to say the Cowboys are going to score and score often. I'm going to say Pickens. I'm going to say Pickens because he's got a better quarterback. Yeah, I said that, Bobby. So, yeah. So, in some regards, would you be happier if we kept Micah Parsons? We gave him $47 million a year, and in 5 years they let him go, and we still don't have a Super Bowl, and we don't have any money to try and get anybody else? Now, the problem for Jerry is there's no way you can justify this move right now because your defense is bad. And Micah is playing right now. A year from now, when you've had that extra draft pick, if Green Bay isn't the team that you think that they are, and all of a sudden something catastrophic happens and the season goes south and maybe it's a higher pick, you never know. You never know. Jess, Mark, 30-17 Green Bay, got your number. Key players out, and Micah wants some Dak. But, yeah, but you know what? It might be. I get, maybe, Jess, I'm just trying to convince myself. Is it possible that the Cowboys were looking past the Bears to the Green Bay game? That they want to get up and show Micah up and the Packers? You'll either come at me and say, ha ha, you're an idiot, or you'll say, damn, Mark, a broken clock is right twice a day, and apparently you were right this time. Now, Jerry, I don't know why Jerry's poking the bear. How do you let Tamu Williams beat Dak? Bobby. Clyde Williams is going to win a few games. The Bears team will win a few games. Okay? That shit happens in the NFL. Andy Hart. Thoughts on Jackson Dart? Andy, he's going to get killed. And that they're going to ruin him. That Diabol's trying to save his job, and it's going to be sacrificing a young quarterback. And it'll probably end up being he's going to get Jason Campbell. And if you don't know who Jason Campbell was a quarterback under the old ball coach with the Washington Commanders. And they had the chuck and duck offense because it was like, throw the football and you better duck because you were going to get jacked up. And it got to the point where he got beat down so much that literally, as soon as he snapped the ball, he's looking to see who's going to be cleaning his clock out. So they'll probably ruin Jackson Dart. Probably just well. But, then again, who knows? Maybe he comes out and he thrives, but I don't see it. But Jay Smooth, you're right. Jerry needs to shut up. Because Jerry's basically saying, well, Micah had made some great plays sometimes, but we aren't winning Super Bowls. Yeah, that's true the last 4 years, Jerry. And it's mainly because you didn't bring in enough players to continue. You didn't compliment Micah Parsons. See, what Green Bay is doing is they're not saying, you're our whole defense. You're a cog in the machine. You're a piece that we can use to try and make ourselves better. Dear Mark Holmes, last week became a new channel member. Can you share my email? Oh, my God. Shout out to Stacy. Stacy, I thought you had emailed me. Stacy? Because aren't you a doctor? Did I remember that or am I crazy? But here is my email. It's Cowboys Mark 94 at gmail.com. Especially for you. There you go. Shout out to you, Stacy. I appreciate it. But I thought I got an email from you, but I could be wrong. This is Dak's fault for not going on Micah's stream. Bobby, if Dak had went on Micah Parsons' stream, you think that means that Jerry Jones would have signed him before it got to be outrageous? Let's be clear here. Jerry Jones screwed the whole pooch on that whole thing. Dart's going to start his G-string. Scotty said Dallas is good enough, same as Jerry. Well, that's where I need to actually go through because this was actually kind of cool. Schottenheimer, I think, here's what I respect. When they started practice, he said they did the first 8 plays, and he said that basically the 8 plays sucked ass. He said they pulled the team together and said, are those plays up to the standard? And to a man, everybody said, well, no, they kind of sucked ass, coach. He said, so we're going to start over. Now, I remember, okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go way back, okay? Rahib, shout out to you, man. Cowboys have more revenge than Micah. That's what I think. When we messed up in practice, we didn't get a do-over. See, this is where times are different, man. Y'all are soft. You know what they did for us when we had a bad practice? You ran. And you ran some more. And then you ran some more. We had a practice where, if those of you who play football know what a gasser is. Sideline to sideline to sideline to sideline and back. That's 5 trips. Okay? 90-plus degree day. It's hot as hell. Coach says on the line for gassers. Y'all are dogging it. Andy Hart. Archie Manning looks bad. Do the Cowboys? No, they don't, Andy. No, I don't want Arch Manning. So we run about 10 gassers, and we're gassed. Coach said, y'all still dogging it. He said, end zone. We get in the end zone. And we're doing gassers end zone to end zone. Full pads, 90-plus degree weather. We did 2 of those. And Coach still wasn't satisfied. He said, crab. We then crabbed end zone to end zone. You got guys puking up. Some guys are just trying to roll into the end zone. We are literally dying. That's what we got when we had a bad practice. We didn't get a do-over. These guys are soft. But the thing is, it will always stick with me. I will always remember that. Because when we got into the end zone, he started doing his speech. And he said, I know you're tired. He said, but I want you to know, no matter how tired your ass is, you always have more to give. So when you're in that 4th quarter and you're tired, you're not done. You have more within you. And I was like, okay, that's a great lesson, Coach. Can you hand me some water? Can you tell us about Jerry's Bronco again, Mark? Okay, Bobby. Bobby, you're hitting it tonight, Bobby. You're hitting it hard tonight, Bobby. Shout out to you. I'm glad you're paying me for all these trashing me. But that is kind of like Jimmy Johnson talking about fatigue makes a coward of us all. He did steal it from Patton. Just saying. That's what Patton supposedly said. Anyway, a coach's job is to motivate. Okay? And so it was cool listening to Schottenheimer. I hope that this season doesn't go down the toilet because I'm hoping and praying that Schottenheimer does well because I really like the guy. I like him a lot more than I did Jason Garrett, and definitely a lot more than Mike McCarthy. But this was actually cool because he got kind of interrupted during his speech. His press conference.
Dallas Morning News. Clowney, how much you think you can get out of him on Sunday?
I hope a lot. I think he's had a good week of practice. Little dress rehearsal today, but I know he's anxious and excited. And again, he'll just be part of the puzzle, though. And he doesn't have to do anything superhuman. Just go out there and play the defense. And I think he's very, very excited. So we'll see how it holds up. And I'm excited for him.
Diggs is a little nicked up. I think he had a shoulder in the game and he's got his knee. How much you think you can get out of him Sunday, especially with Bland coming back?
Yeah, well, number one, we're excited. Duran's coming back. And,
I'm coming right now.
Trey was dealing with some stuff, and like guys have to do. And I thought, like I said, it's awesome to see him come back in the game last week and, got the shoulder dinged up and then, come back in and to play and make a couple physical plays was great to see. So the best news of all is getting Duran back because that gives you the flexibility to do the things that you need to do.
Clarence Hill, DLLS Cowboys. Clowney, will he be on a pitch count?
Yeah, most of those guys are. We try to rotate them, but again, that number
it's coming.
Can get moved. It usually happens during the course of a game, but we'll be smart with them. This is a long season, and we're going to need them for the whole season.
What's been the mindset of the team? What kind of practice have you had?
I thought yesterday's practice was really good. Wednesday started a little slow. Had to start the practice over, and it's okay. It's part of the deal, and why? We weren't playing physical enough in pads, and we're not going to do that. And so I think we had run like 8 plays, 4 on offense, 4 on defense, and I called them up, and I said, hey, is the standard the standard? And to a man, they said, nope. I said, that's awesome. You're right. Let's start from the beginning. So I think we reran those 8 plays, and but man, yesterday I thought was really good. The defense on Wednesday I thought was excellent. But today's kind of the day where the ball shouldn't hit the ground on offense, and there shouldn't be a lot of completions given up on defense.
You mentioned Brian Tutter for the ESPN. You mentioned the defense.
Thank you.
I don't know if you remember. Go ahead. The communication defensively. Matt was talking about that the other day. He said that was improved when we got him yesterday.
Yeah, I think so. Again, like I said, Todd, I thought Wednesday's practice was good. I think Flu's talked a little bit about how we've simplified some things with the one-word calls and things like that, and I think that's just all part of the process of what we're trying to get done. But doing it in practice and doing it in a game is different. And so, yes, I like what we've been doing this week in practice. Needs to continue today, but then we have to see it on game day. And I expect we will, but we're off to a good start.
And then you mentioned starting practice over. Is that something that happens a lot, infrequent? How would you term it?
Depends on the coach, I think. There's some coaches that probably be like, yeah, let me see if this thing gets any better. I don't play that way. So if the standard's not being met, then we're gonna do it right.
John Machota with The Athletic. You've talked about how there's only 3 games in, 17-game season. You've said it a few times. I think you said only the 3rd round, 17-round fight, things like that. How much have you preached that to the team when you get off to a 1-2 start?
In other words, I have no
Well, I
clue.
think you preach that no matter whether you're 1-2,
bro.
whether you're 10-3, whatever it is, because this is
bro.
a business that flips in a hurry, John. All of a sudden you're sitting there and you're high as can be, and you're rolling into the playoffs as a 2 seed, and then you have a bad game. It changes fast, and so that's going to be the mantra, whether we're sitting here in week 10 at 7-3, or whether we're sitting here at 5-5, whatever it is. The mantra is not going to change, because each game is difficult in its own right. If you start focusing on things that have gone, well, what if we go back and we fix this? Well, number one, you can't do that. And well, what if we do this, or what if we, you can't do that. So you focus in the moment, and the mentality this week's been very simple. Be 1-0 this week.
And then you said earlier in the week with CD and Tyler Booker that you didn't have to announce anything about putting them on the IR earlier in the week. Has anything changed there?
No, I still think, we're not forced to do anything right now. I think both guys we see doing a really good job. That could change. That could change at any moment.
Hey, Jess,
full practice
the
game
standard
going today,
is
but
low, bro.
Right now, I think
I'll take a win any way I can get it.
And I was watching
I don't
Book on
care
the
if it's
stationary
Mary
bike
Sisters of
yesterday,
the
man.
Poor.
And,
I'm taking a big.
he was ripping that Aerodyne bike, and it felt like the air conditioning was turned up about 10 degrees cooler because he was flying.
Nick Harris, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. With the pass rush, 3 sacks in 3 games, has there been anything this week in practice to put some intention in that area, or is it kind of just a stay in the process?
No, I mean, we're always looking at things.
Jay Smooth, I can't help it, man. They love me.
Want to get more pressure on the quarterback. We have to affect the quarterback. So there's been, game plan things that we're doing. There's personnel things that we're doing that I know you guys are going to ask me about that I'm not going to answer. But I think at the end of the day, I think this football team is going to come in here and try to run the ball on us. Why? I think that's the way Matt wants to play the game, and they're a really good run offense. And I think if they looked at their game against Cleveland, they're going to say, hey, for whatever reason, they didn't feel like they had their best day running the football. So you can almost go too far. So you have to prepare for all of it. You can't just say, hey, let's go sack the quarterback, let's go do this, and then give up a ton of yards on the ground. So one play at a time mentality. I like the plan. I think it's coming together well. I like our communication. And more importantly, I like the mindset. Our guys are excited about this game. And not because it's the Green Bay Packers, because it's the next one. And it's back home in AT&T Stadium.
Is there also a lot, probably, too, in being able to stop the run game from Josh Jacobs and the Packers? Don't allow play action from Jordan Love, force more drop-back situations, and that can allow more pass rush opportunities.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, again, if we can get ahead of oh, my goodness gracious.
I love it.
I will stop what I'm doing for this.
This is my favorite coach.
Hey, all right, we're done for the next one, right? How you doing, man?
Good
to see you. Doing all right? Yesterday's practice was really good. Wednesday started a little slow.
Okay, so
We can get ahead of oh, my goodness gracious.
this is actually cool because this is my hero.
This is my favorite coach.
Hey, all right, we're done for the next one, right? How you doing, man?
Good
to see you. Doing all right?
Pulling every day. I thought maybe you could use me, but I guess not.
Go get fitted up. Go see Bucky and Mike. Go get fitted up. You look good.
I can still throw.
Yeah.
I can still throw.
You always could, and I never worry about your legs, right?
I get upset every time. I'm such a Cowboy fan, so Coach, I'm for you.
I appreciate you, man. Seriously, really do.
Well, it's
great seeing you, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Great seeing you.
Yeah, great seeing you.
That team.
That's really cool.
This must be the media.
Hey, we can pull up a chair.
Roger's getting old.
Yeah, we'll pull up a chair, yeah.
We can maybe talk about the Naval Academy games or something.
Hail Mary, Hail
I
Mary.
still love the Cowboys, and I don't want you to. Right now, I'm pulling. It's amazing how when I would sit down and start watching the Cowboy game, I feel like I'm out there. I'm just so.
You love it. You love it?
Yeah.
And the way you played, you knew you loved it.
This year is going to be. We're right now. We're okay, but we're going to get there.
No doubt. That's the plan.
Good seeing you.
Hey, great seeing you. See you, Roger.
Sorry to interrupt, though.
Oh, you're welcome anytime. That's pretty cool. I'm ready for practice. I'm juiced up for practice now. Let's go.
I'm juiced up for practice, and you got to understand, man, that guy right there, Roger Staubach, man, he was everything for me growing up, man. That is and always will be my favorite quarterback, my favorite player of the Dallas Cowboys. Hey, Logan, watch your mouth, son. Logan, watch it. Don't say, you better not say nothing about Roger Staubach, man. You guys need to re-sign Roger Staubach. Staubach will be Cowboys further than the second round. Wow. Jay Smooth likes it hard. Hurt season. That was a quarterback. What's up, Super Sports? Ricky, how are you doing? It's just too many of y'all in here. Go bird shit someplace else. You know, they got no place to go, man, Jay. Listen, they don't have any friends. They're looking for friends. Me too. All right, so he's juiced up for practice. Bobby, Mark, can I get a shirt that says "Get Well, Melissa" for my wife? She's paralyzed right now from falling down the stairs, so I can wear it. Whoa. Bobby, are you serious? What size, Bobby? Bobby, I can't remember. What size are you? Get well. Melissa. What size, Bobby? Hold up. Hey, Trey. I got an emergency. Bobby, his wife is paralyzed. She fell down the stairs, and he needs a shirt that says "Get well." Okay, I'll tell you after my live stream. Yeah, Bobby, we can definitely do that, my man. Definitely. You ready for? I am definitely ready for Sunday night. Oh, we got shout out to Janet Rogers, Janet, Miss Jackson, if you nasty, Kid Cowboys. Bobby, email me, so that way I know what size and exactly what you want on it. Ultra Cowboy, take care of yourself. I need somebody I can mess with. Get healthy. Staubach is the only Naval Academy graduate that's in the NFL Hall of Fame. FSU, Virginia, good game. Praying for you, Bobby. Bobby, definitely praying for you, man. I am so sorry to hear that. FSU, Virginia game is good. Is that a joke? I hope that's. Do I want him to joke? I mean, I really hope that she's not paralyzed. Sad to hear that, Bobby. Shout out to Bobby, definitely. I don't even know what to say because, we all, Rome, you are the father. We all talk a lot of smack and things like that. But, people, in the end, it's just a football game. It's a football game. And unfortunately, we have people living and dying every day. And have people having, it's not, Mark. What's not, Jess? But nobody knows what's going on in somebody else's body. For you guys see me every day. You guys know me. You guys know that I'm out, doing construction work or, out cooking or spending time with my family. Y'all see everything. I don't know necessarily what's going on in your world. I know quite a few of you. A bunch of y'all email me or, text message me. I talk to Momo. Lord knows Momo calls me on a regular. Oh, I mean, Momo. Geez. Momo. But it's nothing but love. And I try and give everybody as much time as possible and stuff. But people have real problems and real issues. I get labeled as a lot of things. I got a lot of people out there that claim to know me and know what I do and stuff. And I wonder what is going on in somebody's head that thinks that I'm such a bad person. And if I was, why it is their reason to come after me. Lisa, what's up, Lisa? How are you doing? Fly, Eagles, fly. So that's what I don't understand. But, I'm going to still be here. I'm going to still be here working hard, trying to do what I can for the Cowboys. Try and bring you a little positivity in your life, even when there is none, like there isn't with the Cowboys. So it is what it is. I still don't see what size you wear, Bobby. It's cold in Andy, so you're in the UK. Damn. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning there, isn't it for you, buddy? All right, so I've gotten off track, and the show's kind of run a little bit long here. Or I've run a little bit long and haven't got everything in here. Here's an interesting piece. I've been saying that we need to run the football. If you look at 2014, we ran the football really well, and it helped our defense, which is really bad. They ended up being better because we were able to control the clock, we were able to score, and we forced teams to be one-dimensional. Now, I know making a team have to be pass-happy isn't necessarily the best thing for us with our secondary being as bad as it is. But we need to be able to run the football, and especially against Green Bay is We don't want them to be able to tee off. We want to try and negate what Micah Parsons does. And I think that the game plan for the Cowboys will be to run. And I think that this week you're going to see Jaden Blue activated. And I think that the Cowboys, knowing that CeeDee Lamb is not there, I mean, listen, we all know what Jalen Tolbert is. Jalen Tolbert's an okay guy. I love Jalen Tolbert. I did a plaque for Jalen Tolbert. But Jalen Tolbert is not going to be a game changer. And we need to do something a little bit different. And like I said, I think putting in Jaden Blue and using him in the slot some is going to give you something different, a different look than what Green Bay might be expecting. And if you can put Kayvon Turpin out there, you put Jaden Blue, and you put Javonte Williams in the backfield with George Pickens and the way Ferguson's playing, that's a handful. That's a handful. That's a lot of mismatches. And you can end up using this to try and eat up that clock. Because ultimately, if we're going to have a successful season, it's going to have to be because the offense is scoring constantly. Good luck this weekend. Beat the cheesehead. Bobby, seriously, what size? I just yelled down to Miss Tracy, fire up the machinery, because we got to help a buddy. We got to help a friend. His wife is hurting. You still haven't told me what size, man. Please, Mark, the offer's still open. John, I think you're going to lose this weekend. I'm telling you, yeah, the horseshoe, get the horseshoe out your ass, man. You're losing this weekend to Tampa Bay, man. Tampa Bay's been your kryptonite, man. Fly, Eagles, fly. Cowboys suck. Still, Philly has 2 titles in 60 years. Dallas's titles were old and still has 5. XL. Oh, he said XL. Okay, XL. Do you want you want like flowers on that? Bobby, nice pretty flowers, get well. So you're giving her flowers wearing on the shirt. It's got to be more than just get well, Melissa. Got to make it fancy. Eagles are lucky as hell. Do I see Baby Doll Donnie in the chat? Who's Baby Doll Donnie? I think we're in the paradox. We still beat Tampa Bay, hopefully. Mark, we're not losing this week. 40-10 Birds. Okay. Listen, one of these weeks, I'm going to be able to go on the Dan Saleo show and get to laugh. And I'm hoping that it's this week. Wouldn't Green Bay be your crypto? Yeah, we are. Dave, we've already said that. They're 5-0 at AT&T against the Cowboys, and they won a Super Bowl there. And now they got Micah. I didn't say the odds were hard. Bobby, did this just happen, Bobby? Bobby? I mean, did this just happen? Is this a temporary paralyzation? Being paralyzed? Please, I tell you what, email me so that way we can talk, man. According to Jalen Hurts, the Eagles are not lucky because we made our luck. Okay. Wasn't there a massive snowstorm the year Green Bay won there? Yes. Hurts season. You want to know? You want to know what sucks for me? Pack attack, Mark. If you could have a beer and watch a Cowboy game with any former player, who would it be? Roger Staubach. Pack attack. Roger Staubach. I got to drive him home one time and enjoyed talking with him. It was incredible. Doomsday Cowboys. Mark, I'm new to your channel, but I have to say, what the hell is up with these Eagle fans? They love me. They love to hate me, bro. They're like cockroaches, okay? Or a plague of locusts. They're just They're just here. We just tolerate them. They have no friends, so we're the friend club. Mark wants to have a beer with McNabb. The fuck? Lord Bobby, read your comments. I'm sorry, brother. Prayers for you and your family. Philly D, I literally just got here and you're being annoying as usual. LT for me. Cowboy. You sure it'd be LT? I guess it would be. I mean, that's the greatest one you had. I don't know how fun that'd be drinking beer with LT. Patty Grimes, as a Lion fan, can Cowboys please beat Green Bay? Shout out to Patty. We got a Lions fan in the house. Shout out to Patty. I would love to beat Green Bay for you. Cowboys can run the ball if your defense can't stop the opponent. That has to be the game plan. And I would love to see Jaden Blue out there doing some things for us. LT will get your ass around. That's what I was thinking her season. I'm like, are you sure you want to? That's kind of crazy. Mark, I bought a new case of Raid, but don't tell Logan where I hit it. Shout out to you, Holly. Dan, I own you, buddy. I bet the Philly fans will go away once Tampa Bay wins Sunday. They're like cockroaches. They'll disappear. But we'll see what we got. Like I said, I have no idea what to expect. Schottenheimer says we're going to change some things up, and maybe we'll. We're going to have Deron Bland back, and this is only the 6th time in the last 2 seasons that we've actually had Deron Bland and Diggs, who is still nicked up. I don't know that Diggs is ever going to be the player that he used to be. I just don't think so. I mean, 2 knee surgeries. He's just not that guy anymore. Mark, if we win Sunday, Cloud 9 is going to get packed. You're right about that. And here's the thing for the Cowboys. You don't want to say it's a must-win game, but the Cowboys have started out 1-3 7 times in their history, and only one of those years did they actually make the playoffs. So it's slim pickings if you lose this one. Diggs won't ever be the same man. I don't see it anymore. You're right, Mr. Mojo. When we beat Tampa Bay, then make a crow video that says you were wrong about the game. I said I think they'll. Okay, so, Eagle fans, why is it that you care so much about what I think? I don't understand that. I seriously, I'm a Cowboys YouTuber. Of course I'm always going to be betting against the Eagles. That's what we do. In the same way, that's what you guys do. Wish kept Jordan Lewis. Yeah, unfortunately, Cowboys have to wait for injured players to come back to rescue this season. Well, that's a lot of teams, buddy. Cowboys losing by 21. Micah is going to have 3 sacks, 2 for 99 cents. The Eagles are 1-6 against the Bucs in the last 5 games. Oh, wait a minute. How can you be 1-6 in the last 5 games? Oh, they won 1 out of 6. No, it still doesn't add up. How can you be Eagles are 1-6 against the Bucs in the last 5 games? That's 7 games that you're saying. Dan, what kind of math are you doing? Seriously, Dan, they're 1-6 in the last 5 games. What? Really? Nobody, Gilmore, yet said. Gilmore must really be dead. I mean, they must just cut his legs off or something. Brewer Cook, I'd tank if I were Dallas. I would really hope if Lamb was playing. He's not. Cowboy fans can't do math. That's it, Cowboys fans. Marcus, because that counts for the playoffs. No, you don't understand. 1 + 6 is 7. So did they lose 2 times in those 5? So if you're 1-6, that's 7 games. How is it in the last 5? Patty Grimes says, that's Philly math. Yeah, I guess it is. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. All right, so Bobby, make sure you email me because, or I'll tell you what, I'll get Miss Tracy to be extra creative and do something nice and see if I can get her to have that ready so that way I can put it in the mail tomorrow. I think if you email me your address again so I can make sure I have it. Yeah, let me see if I got you, Bobby. Let me double check here. There you go. Okay. Let me make sure I've got your address here. Hold on. Just give me a second. Lord knows you didn't want so much shit from me. It's RS, right? Bobby. Initials RS. So I got you covered. I got you covered there. Who's 9 plus 10 is 21? Bingo, Dave. This will be Green Bay's get well game. Mark, just informed the Cowboys record will be she has feeling now, but going to be in the hospital. Well, hey, that's a start, Bobby. So we got good news. All right, so she's got feeling. That's a start, man. All right, so I'm going to get off of here now, and I am going to tell Miss Tracy we got an emergency. We need to get this thing done. All right, good people. We're going to go ahead and roll out of here because we got some good work we got to do for our buddy Bobby. Even though he is an Eagle fan, even though he has given us a hard way to go, he's still family. And don't forget, people, about Sleeper.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using code JOBO. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
All right, so there we have it. We're going to get you taken care of. I'm going to see if we can get that thing in the mail tomorrow. All right, everybody, I appreciate everybody being here. We will be live tomorrow evening, 5 o'clock. Don't forget, members call in. That the link will be in the community tab. And, yeah, there we go. And you ain't got to go home, but we're going to turn out the lights. This party's over.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing